What's going on, good people? Eric Taylor, Taylor 2 Coaching. I'm back! Mucho caliente. It's the Sun series in the houses. All right. I'm your host for today, Eric Taylor. It's the Sun in the 7th house. Siete. All right. So what are we talking about here? Well, Taylor2Coaching.com, Taylor2Coaching@gmail.com. Subscribe, ring the bell. Can you smell what the E is cooking? So the Sun, it's the government, your authority, your ego, your expression, your creativity, vitality. Right? It's your light, your sort of purpose and goals. Represents your father, your self-worth. When you have the Sun, and it's ruled by Leo, exalted in Aries, in the 7th house, the house of relationships, partnership, marriage, negotiations, contracts, business. Right? Open enemies, the marketplace, balancing the scales, right? Not just the courthouse, but the sales of, buying and purchasing, selling and trading. It gets tricky because that's sort of like the twilight, the sun setting. The Sun's not happy in the 7th house. It's no bueno. This is the house of Libra, where it falls because it's exalted in Aries. Right? So when you look at your natal birth chart, right? Same terminology, natal chart, birth chart. The Sun in the 7th house is sort of in this place where you don't feel right if you don't have partnership. You can have a lot of mirroring where you see yourself through others. That's how you get your sort of identity and understand who you are, through partnership, through relationships. So when you don't have that, you are kind of unsure of self. But at the same time, what's so fascinating about it is literally the Sun soars high in the sky like airplanes. But the Sun is trying to show off, because the Sun is more self-centered, right? If it's exalted in Aries, about the self. So when it's in the 7th house, it's not knowing how to be its natural self. So it can be a little controlling, a little possessive, a little inflated ego, because it doesn't feel comfortable there, right? In the marketplace, the Sun is the king, right? Leo the lion. The Sun is like, yo, I'm here. And in the marketplace, it's like, who cares? Hand over your money, So you can find people here who can have more than one marriage. If you're a woman, sometimes you can, you can definitely try to manipulate, and the men too, but give like a little guilt trip to the partner, because you don't want you're finding yourself and your own identity through the partner, so you don't want the partner to leave you. So it can be a very unhealthy situation. That's why sometimes when you have Sun in the 7th house, you can have 2-3 marriages. So that means that's the first marriage, the second marriage you would see in the 9th house, and the third marriage in the 11th house. But this is just Sun in the 7th. You don't know what's aspecting it, right? If you got Venus, or you have the Moon there, or or Mercury. You could be can have issues with business partnerships. Sun in the 7th house, you're probably going to want to have your own thing going on with business. You know what I mean? You're not that you can't work or play nice with others, but you're going to really feel good when you're the authority. Your father, could have, your parents could have got divorced, potentially. You'd have to see other aspects, like if the sun was in the fourth, you might see that more so, but, and maybe your father was a banker, accountant, sales manager, some type of, something in the marketplace, maybe stockbroker, but you see that more in the fifth and other places. But, this is tricky. The sun is not really happy here, and if it was an Aries ascendant and the sun's in Libra in the seventh, then it's, you could, put your partner on an unrealistic pedestal, But, the sun here is it's on a search for tomorrow, on borrowed time. The sun in the seventh house is creative with a rhyme. But, the ego and the your own expression and identity is not so strong. Just sun in the seventh. I'm not talking about any other aspects, okay? And you can find yourself getting into situations where you are too, I gotta say it, not maybe passive aggressive, but too eager or too concerned about what others think about you, so you're not really showing your true self and identity, your sense of self. That's why I was saying the mirroring, your sense of self is coming from others, so you're gonna want a partner that is very much the leader, independent, So it's not an easy placement, but the good thing is you get your birth chart done. You hit me up at taylor2coaching@gmail.com, and you have so many other aspects. Is it what's opposing it in the first house? What's going on in your third house, your 11th house? How are you interacting with your siblings and your communication skills? How are you and dealing with your network circles and friends, So you want to know what's trining it, what's opposing it, the opposition, because that can change the whole flavor of the sun in the seventh house. All right? It's all about the flavor in your ear. You hear, my dear? So, but I hope you're having a good day. And I hope wherever your sun is at, even in the seventh house, that it's shining bright. This is at the twilight, so the sun is not shining so bright. But that doesn't mean that you still can't soar, achieve your goals, and have healthy relationships, including business partnerships or a marriage. Okay? And I can help you to learn how to work with the energy of your birth chart. Check out my services at taylor2coaching.com. Got to update the website. I got a new service doing business charts and a mini business chart. So regular 150 and the mini business chart 75. You do need to know the time of when you got your LLC or your first sale, or when you were like, okay, this is my business, and boom. Because that helps. And you set the chart for the business and you can learn a lot. Even for your own marketing and sales in the seventh house of the business, okay? But just reach out to me. I'm trying to be of service to you. And I love talking to all my clients and meeting you guys online and talking on the phone and on Zoom and all that good stuff. So I thank you. Join the Patreon family. Exclusive content there. Things are going really cool. And obviously, Twitter's at Taylor2C and at Big 3 Astrology. and Instagram and Facebook. And on Facebook, I have two groups: the Tailored to You Coaching, and then I have a Tailored to You Coaching Astrology Relationship group, and we share. And so join, and Sun in the 7th house. Eric Taylor, Tailored to You Coaching. Hasta luego, siete. Peace.